Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Ethan, and this is another episode of Roster United. Here today, we are going to go in depth with Psylocke, who is a very powerful character in the game, has very balanced stats, and some interesting abilities. Let's go check her out. This will be the final character of the Blue Team expansion. The first X-Men expansion that we have talked about. So, ladies and gentlemen, come join me. And let's take a look. I should say, let's take a deeper look into this character. Let us begin. So let's try Psylocke. She has 4, 5, 6 moves, 3 heroics, and 5 hits. Interesting. Again, 6 moves, 3 heroics, and 5 hits. Not such a bad start on the stats. Obviously, she also has 3 wilds as well as normal. 6 moves, that is really good. But as we know, for a character to move a lot, we also need them to do some stuff. We need them to move and hit, move and heroic. Those are really, really valuable. And Psylocke has a few of them. She has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 2-symbol cards total. If you take away the double wild card, she has 4 2-symbol cards. Two of the 4. Two of the 4 are move and heroic cards. Those are really nice as well. You can obviously move to a location that has lots of civilians, pick one up. You can also move and place one heroic token on the threat card, trying to clear those out. As we've discussed a few episodes ago, the importance of clearing threats is number 1, because threats give villains boosts, right? As you know, right? You can't attack the villain until this location is cleared, until this threat is cleared off, or this minion is there and he has a special strong BAM effect. There's all these reasons. So having a heroic move kind of character, really valuable, and Psylocke is that exactly. She has 3 heroics, which in a total is not well, but at least 2 of the 3 times you're going to pick up a heroic card, it's going to be a move and a heroic. So at least you have a nice chance of moving and doing a heroic action. That is really good. Nice flexibility as well. Her other card is a double hit card. A double hit symbol. And as you know, I'm not such a huge fan of double hits. I do like double moves. I do like double heroics, because in heroics, you have the flexibility of choosing, do I want to hit this threat? Do I want to put a heroic token in the threat, or do I want to save a civilian? There's a lot of options. There's a lot of flexibility in the way that you do heroics, but hitting is also important as well. Clearing one of those mission cards, right? You have to clear at least 2 of them out of the 3 to start hitting the villain. So obviously defeating minions and thugs are definitely going to be a big thing. But double hits, sometimes you could be in a location and do absolutely nothing with the double hits. So that's why it's always important to, if you know that your other teammate has this character and has lots of single hit cards, make sure you can back them up with at least a move. And obviously you want to do as much. Sometimes it's not possible, but if it is, try to always set them up a move, especially this character. So yeah, 5 hits, that's really good. I love that. Her other 2-symbol card is a move and a hit. Again, that is very valuable in my opinion. One of the best symbol cards you can get in the game. I really enjoy that, and she's very powerful. Obviously, maybe her heroics could be a bit better, but her 5 hits, 6 moves, obviously, with the balance in between of how the cards are laid out, she is pretty flexible. I do like this. I do like this character. She has 4 hero abilities, which is something normal in the X-Men campaign, in the X-Men boxes that I've noticed. She has 4 abilities. 2 of them are the same, and the other 2 are different. So let us see here the first ability. We have here telepathy. It says, swap the previous hero card in the storyline with any other hero card in the storyline. This is actually really good, especially in her case, because you can swap this card, or you can swap the previous hero card. So not this card that you're playing, you're swapping the previous one, and you can swap it for something good. For example, there are some heroes with abilities that are strong, but have no there's no playing after him, because there's no symbol cards. The card has no symbols. You can't play off of it. So what you can simply do if you are playing with the Double Wilds is you can simply swipe the blank card with a hero card already in play. If you've played the Double Wilds card, the player controlling Psylocke could say, hey, I want to play your Double Wild behind me, so I can use those 2 wild symbols. And I can do that actually twice with this character, because she has this power 2 times. So that is really good. You have some flexibility there. Sometimes it's not always double wilds. As you know, I get rid of all the wilds in the game. Yeah, I get rid of the double wilds and the single wild card. This is the kind of heroic challenge mode, the classic way, one of the classic ways of playing the game. For me, it's really just a standard. If I want to really know how good this character is, I take away these 2 cards. You don't have to. But since I do go in depth with these characters and I do play hundreds of games with them, I am going to take away these 2 cards just to see what they truly are made of without the backups of wilds. So I take away these 2, and I take away everybody's 2 symbol cards, or 2 symbol wild and their single wild card. I take away those. I can still use this ability, telepathy, a whole lot. I can use it a whole lot. Because if you think about it, okay, maybe a double wild, there's none out there. But I can still take the previous card. That could be a blank. It could be something, but it's just like a simple, just a regular move or a hit. And I'm in a location that doesn't require hits or heroics. I can simply do what I can previously take one of the cards in the storyline and swap it in. It could be a double move. It could be a move hit, move heroic. So if you're playing with this character or any character that has this ability, telepathy, make sure you can play some of your good cards out there. I know you might be thinking, I want to save some of these cards later in the game. But with telepathy, you're not really wasting them. You're giving this character, as well as any character with this ability, more chances to deal on their turn. So if you play that way, if your teammate plays that way, where they set you up with some good cards and you have tons of options to choose what should I swap, they are being a really good team player. Obviously, it all depends also on their characters as well. How many hit symbols do they have? Like, for example, I would not play this character, Psylocke, with Howard the Duck, for example, because he does not have any 2 symbol cards. And as you guys know, he is the worst rated character, in my opinion. He's just not strong, or any of them, really. A lot of characters don't have that many 2 symbol cards. I would not play them with Psylocke, because having those 2 symbol cards is something urgent, something necessary. And with this character, you're not wasting anything at all, because she can simply play it, and she can play off of it. Maybe you won't, but she will, and that is okay, because if she can do it correctly, if Psylocke and whoever's playing as her can do it correctly, you're going to win. There's no doubt about that. I've played with Psylocke a couple of times. I really was impressed with her gameplay, but really it all just depends on how, especially with this ability, it just all depends on how the teammate is playing. Obviously, I played by myself. I played some games by myself, and I've had so much fun with it. I had so much fun knowing, okay, how this character works. It's really all about play off of cards and other heroes and things like that. So that's what I really learned from my gameplay. But really, we're just talking about one ability. If you look over here, we have this other ability called Sonic Blast. It says here, attach a stunned token to a villain or henchman in your location. When their BAM is activated, cancel it, and the token is discarded. Interesting. Alright, so, yeah, I'm just reading it back again. Attach a stunned token to a villain or henchman in your location. Next villain turn, their BAM is canceled, and the token is discarded. This is also really good as well with really anything, right? Because it's the villain or the henchman. So if the main villain, like Mr. Sinister is out there, for example, very tough villain, if he's out there in a location, simply put Psylocke right to her. You might be risking, maybe you'll probably take a damage, who knows, depends how Mr. Sinister will play out. But the best part is that if Mr. Sinister draws a BAM, and Psylocke already played this card, obviously you have to get pretty lucky, you have to get pretty fortunate, you have to play it correctly, right on time, you have to play it right on time. If it doesn't work, then it don't work. But if you do it, and you do succeed, and if Mr. Sinister, for example, does his BAM, simply cancel it, discard the stun token. That's very powerful, and it's not just on the villain, it's also any of the minions, or I should say henchmen, in the threat cards as well. So you can definitely, and I mean definitely, save yourself some time, and save yourself from losing the game. For example, Hela, she's a very strong character, but the reason I hate her is because she has this threat card, which is her wolf. Now, I can't think of the name of the wolf right now. I'm sorry about that. But, her wolf always comes back. Always comes back with full health, and it sucks, because if you can't take that threat card away before she brings it back, oh my god, you're never going to get Hela, because you can clear all of the mission cards. But if that dumb dog, if the dumb wolf is still in that location, she will not be able to take any damage, and it just sucks. But with Psylocke, though, you can stop that. So you can stop her BAM from bringing back the wolf. You can stop her from giving the wolf an extra health. You can stop all that with her power. That is very powerful. I do like this character a lot. Out of a 5, I would rate her a 4. Gameplay was very smooth. I've been in some tough situations, but really, it was all Psylocke. Really, it really was. I try to make, every time when I try to play a game, when I go in depth with a character, I try to make them kind of the spotlight, so I might play less powerful cards from other heroes, just to see what she would do in any situation. Obviously, I also play the heck out of them, out of any character that I play, to truly get the feel. And the feel I got for this character was a good feel. It was a great one. I truly enjoyed this character. If you have the Blue Team expansion, we have really analyzed a whole lot of good characters. Gambit, Rogue, just some great ones. Banshee as well, which, by the way, I should say something about the Banshee episode. Banshee is the number 1 heard episode of Roster United. The latest one, or not the latest one, 2 episodes ago, we did a in-depth video, or a podcast, I should say, or episode of Banshee, and we gotten some really good results. Really good. Lots of people heard it and loved the episodes. I want to thank you all for listening to that episode, and if you haven't, please, I beg you to go listen. But for now, you're here with us, and we're talking about Psylocke. And again, 4 out of 5. That's a really good rating. As you know, I don't rate everybody a 4 nor a 5. I think there's only 2 characters I can think of that are 5-star characters. And but Psylocke still one of the top characters so far that I have analyzed and played with. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have a fantastic day. We just went through Psylocke, a cool character. She definitely has my approval in any game that you play. I forgot to also mention that if you are playing with Psylocke, make sure that the character has lots of 2 simple cards or lots of heroics, something to play off of. A good combo, lots of moving hits, lots of moving heroics. If you do that, Psylocke is going to be very, very powerful because that is her thing. She plays off of her teammates. Oh boy, guys, ladies and gentlemen, wow, we just went through an entire box. We went through the whole blue team expansion. I believe either tomorrow or Friday I will release another episode ranking the characters from this box from worst to best. And that's going to be really hard for me to do because every single one of these characters are great, are powerful, and I truly enjoyed playing with all of them. The combinations that I have found, especially with Psylocke, were some good ones. For example, putting her with Iron Man, putting her with Gambit or Rogue as well has been really good. And if you are playing the Gold Blue Team expansion, which is an amazing expansion, this is, and let me open the rules here, just so you guys know, the team versus team mode, as you all know, now with X-Men United, one of the big things that they're doing is the team versus team mode, which is basically where one player can take control of 2 characters, or two players can take control of 1 character, and they can be on their team, and then the other team has another 2 characters, and then basically you're trying to do the best job possible by taking out the villain first, by clearing threats first, clearing thugs and civilians and threats, all that stuff. Whoever can do it first and the best way, that team is going to win. That is a very fun mode, truly one of my favorites, and Psylocke is really good at that. But the only problem I have with Psylocke with that mode is that you cancel the effect of the villain, right? Correct? As we discussed, she has the psychic blast, which stuns the villain or the henchman and cancels their BAM. What I don't like about that though is because if you do cancel the villain's BAM, you're not just canceling it for your team, you're canceling it as well for the other team, so they can also benefit from being saved. So you just have to remember that if you're playing a 3-on-3 or a 2-on-2, make sure that you know when and where to play the BAM effect. So it only affects you in a good way, and and the other team has to suffer through the consequences. So just make sure you understand the BAM effect, make sure you know how it works, and of course always expect that something could be wrong, because another player could have Psylocke on their roster, and then it's this whole big deal. So if you're playing against Psylocke, make sure that you either try to persuade the person into stopping that BAM for them, or try to just get it fast and furious. Go fast and furious, get those threat done, get the mission done, and try to finish it early before she messes up something. But if she does slip, if the character does slip and does stop a BAM effect that could have affected you, look, just stay quiet, man. Just stay quiet, look at your cards, continue as if nothing happened, so you have the opportunity to win. A very strong character, and I'm looking forward to playing with her again. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for listening to this episode, going in depth with Psylocke. And I hope you all listen to the episode. I hope you all enjoy it. And I hope you all can continue playing this very fun game that is just phenomenal. This game is in my top 10. It still is. It's been out for 2 years, and it's still one of my favorite games and most played games as well. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have a great day. If you have any questions, you can always go to BoardGameGeek.com or BGG. They have now an official app that you can download. Go over there, download the app, make a free account, and if you have any questions at all, there's a huge community full of Marvel United people that just love this game and know probably more than I know about this game and can answer your questions. I've always been stuck on some things, and there's always this group of people that answers your questions in a nice, polite way. Everyone's so friendly. So if you have any questions, please go over there and as well friend me as well, or say something nice, maybe give me a few pointers on the podcast, things like that. I always accept them, and I will always, try to do them or complete them. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have a great day, and I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.